Picture this, a nation grappling with rising inequality, a young leader attempting to connect with a new generation of voters, and a historic decision waiting to be made that could define the country's future. In today's coverage, we dive deep into a dynamic panel discussion featuring Terry Hsu, PJ Thum, and Sean Francis Han as they dissect Lawrence Wong's recent speech at the People's Action Party's 70th anniversary and question the direction of Singapore's politics under Wong's leadership. This conversation touches on everything from political strategies to housing policy, from fear-mongering in elections to the Oxley Road controversy. Stay tuned as we unravel these critical issues, and don't forget to share your thoughts below. Does Wong represent hope for change, or is it all just talk? The discussion began with Hsu introducing Lawrence Wong's speech, where the Prime Minister called for stability, unity, and continuity. Hsu posed an intriguing question. Are these themes a sign of internal struggles within the PAP, or are they a response to rising public frustrations over cost-of-living issues? PJ Thum argued that Wong's speech was ultimately just a plea for trust in the PAP, but he questioned whether the deeply ingrained policies would ever allow meaningful change. Francis Han weighed in, noting Wong's efforts to adopt a more approachable persona. Could this softer image pave the way for less fear-driven elections? What do you think? Drop a comment and let us know. The topic of fear-mongering in elections brought up insightful points, with Thum and Francis emphasizing how fear tactics have often held voters back from choosing change. They cited examples of voters changing their minds out of fear of repercussions, which has kept the ruling party's hold firmly intact. Despite Wong's attempts to portray himself as relatable, is there any real hope for a shift away from fear-driven politics? When it comes to bread-and-butter issues like housing, Thum raised an important question: how sustainable is the government's reliance on rising property values to fund retirement savings? And is public housing becoming more about wealth accumulation rather than providing a stable home? Francis brought up concerns over Singapore's dependence on foreign labor, questioning if the reliance on cheap labor has only deepened inequality. Do these challenges affect your outlook on Singapore's future? Moving on, the Oxley Road controversy resurfaced. Lee Kuan Yew's final wish was to have his home demolished, yet the government has delayed making a decision. The panel noted that this is a litmus test for Wong's leadership. If Wong can't make a decisive move on this relatively straightforward matter, what does it say about his ability to lead Singapore through more significant issues? Could this turn into a major election talking point? The panelists also scrutinized Wong's Forward Singapore initiative, questioning whether the so-called refreshed social compact is anything more than just rhetoric. Francis expressed concern that Wong's focus seemed more on managing expectations than leading Singapore towards a more hopeful future. Does it feel to you like we are being prepared for mediocrity? As we move closer to Singapore's next general election, all eyes are on the PAP and whether it can maintain its dominance. The panel concluded with a call to action for Singaporeans to fight for the Singapore they want. Now is the time for grassroots movements, independent media, and opposition voices to rise. Will the next election be a turning point? Could it finally be an opportunity for true political change? We want to hear from you. How do you feel about Lawrence Wong's approach? Is he Singapore's best hope for the future, or just another player in the same game? Leave a comment and make sure to like, share and subscribe to 2230 for more insightful news coverage. We're here to bring you the facts and your voice matters. Let's shape Singapore's future together.